Priority number one is getting the water out of the system. We do this every day. 13 million gallons of water are removed every day from the subway system through our pumping infrastructure. The problem is that storms are getting more frequent and more intense. New Yorkers know this, and they're increasingly overwhelming the city of New York's sewer infrastructure, which is to say that we are still pumping a ton of water out of the subway system, but sometimes it has nowhere to go because the city's sewer system is overwhelmed. And that's what creates some of those flooding conditions that you see on social media. But we are working closely with the City of New York. Tip of the hat to the new administration. This is a generational investment, but it needs to be made starting now because climate change is here, it's real, torrential rainfall is not going away, and we have to make sure that we can handle more than 1.5 inches in an hour without shutting down our mass transit lifeline. When you open, if somebody arrives in a station, the doors of the subway open and there's a cascade of water like Niagara Falls right in front of them, that's a pretty serious experience and a negative experience and scary for some people. So we do not want that. We really want the city to start building the curbs up to 7 inches where they're supposed to be so the water will be channeled to the drains that are right in the street, rather than getting up onto the sidewalk where it gets into the vents and down it goes into the subway system. So that's one area we're really working with the city on. It's important.
New York's own Ethan Stark-Miller is here. Ethan.
The 2025 to 2029 MTA capital program includes almost $1 billion for resilience, which is the largest ever investment that we've made in resiliency. It covers not only pumping room upgrades, but also all of those very simple passive mitigations that you see us installing at subway stations around the city. All those extra steps before you go down a subway stairway that we have installed at 100 different locations. We got 100 different additional locations where we're raising the step to make sure that it's harder for the water to get down into the subway stations. Pump rooms, pumping facilities, I should say, like this one at Sand Street, are the front lines of the MTA's defense against water and against torrential rainfall. We have 286 pump rooms throughout the system. After Hurricane Sandy, more than 10 years ago, we saw that many of them were knocked out because the electrical componentry was in the flood zone. So we have done a huge amount of renovating to protect all the pumping infrastructure from, God forbid, those torrential rainfall situations that can knock out the pumping system. We are actually we are doing full-on renovations of 21 pumping rooms, modernizing them as part of our $68 billion capital program. We're doing that work right now.
Release in a little while. We're going to get you some B-roll for the people who are here. We're going to give you a B-roll opportunity right now of the pump testing.